What time is it? It's time to chat about all of the palettes that I've used this month, the month of November. I am trying this. It's something new. I wanted to kind of, I don't know, keep an inventory of what I'm using every month to help me realize what I'm using, what I'm not, what I'm gravitating towards, and all of that. So if you want to hear about the palettes that I use this month, then just keep watching. So one of the palettes, I'll pop it up here. It's the BH Peridot. I got rid of it. I used it 3 times. There's a video on it, and I decided I didn't want to keep it. So I do not have that one in my possession anymore. Now let's talk about the palettes I do have. I have the Be Perfect Carnival Antidote. I got this from Makeup by P.W. It's a stunning freaking palette. I love it, and it's part of what's on my eyes today. And yeah, I love. So the other thing that's on my eyes today is the Be Perfect Carnival Love Tahiti by Be Perfect. And I, again, love this palette. This came from Andy Dust Stuff. I love them so much. And I use this one more than once this month, but I only use this one once this month. So I have the Nomad Tokyo Harajuku palette, and I use this for my vampire look that I did with Sunnis. Did I say it right? So sorry, I'm trying. Even though you did a video on your name, I'm still struggling. But I did a vampire collab with her, and I used this palette for the grays, and I also did a quick eye look using this palette. And yeah, this pan I hit naturally. It's just a color I tend to gravitate towards. I mostly love the shimmers of this palette, but I actually used this satin shade and ended up really liking it. And my neighbors are doing yard work again. I'm sorry. So I really like the shimmers in that palette, and I kind of opened up to their satin shade, so that was a new discovery for me. The Batman Revolution palette, I have only reached into this for the black. It is what I am currently using for my brows. I know this is weird, but what I've been doing is I've just been taking a black out of any palette, and I've been using it for my brows until I hit pan and move on to a different black. I don't know why I've been doing that, but that's just what I've been doing, because I guess I want to hit more pans, and it's an easy pan hit for me, although it takes months. I use the Nomad Haunted Europe palette. I love this palette, and I used it in a collab with Andy Does Stuff, and I actually think I used this palette twice this month. I really do enjoy it. I have the Feral Menagerie palette that I used, and I used it in a 3 looks 1 palette that is also posted. I have mixed feelings about this palette. I don't know you guys. I'm still on the fence. I used to really love it, but now the color story is just not speaking to me like it used to. However, those shimmers are everything, and if I was to get rid of this palette, I would be keeping those shimmers because it is a magnetic palette, and they are duochromes, and they're very pretty. As far as the color story goes, I'm really on the fence. But I did have fun doing a 3 looks. I did have fun doing a 3 looks 1 palette video with it. Why my neighbors have to be so freaking annoying every single day, I don't know. It's like they're out there every day now, and I'm like, dude, how much yard work do you have to do? Go away. I have to film, okay? Okay. So anyways, I have the Blowing Smoke palette by ColourPop. I only used it for that shimmer. I only used it for that center shimmer for my lippy and a collab I did with Andy Does Stuff. I love this palette. It is dirty. It is dingy. It has so many dips in it. It's one of my favorite. I used the 420 palette for my collab with Sunnis, and it's the 420 Melt. I think I said that. and I love this palette so much. It is like a grungy dream. If I'm going for something super grungy and seductive and just those vibes, this is the palette for me and for that look, and I love it. I know so many people did not like this palette, but I love it. I know I'm weird. The Natural Lust by Too Faced. I only used it for that black. I do have pan in it. I was using it for my brows. When I pulled this out to use, oh, and I also used the All Tied Up as a face highlighter, and it was stunning. I was really impressed with it, but I used this black for my vampire look with Sun Is. I used that black with my collab with Sun Is because I wanted to use a black that I knew that was really good and did not have any fallout. This is the best black I have ever used, ever. And so I pulled it out for that, and then I ended up using that highlight for my face for that look and was like, I've got to do this again because that was amazing in my opinion. Okay, I wish my neighbors would just go. I used the Frozen 2 palette by ColourPop for a coming up collab that has not yet posted, and I love this palette, and I'll talk more about it in that video, but I love this palette. I know it does not look like a me palette, but it really is, and every time I use it, I'm in love. Every time. So I used the Nomad Santa's Village. I have a 3 looks, 1 palette video of this palette being used, posted, and I really did enjoy this palette. I feel like I'm the odd person out in that because a lot of people did not like it, and I do think that white could have gone. I think they could have put in a blue or a purple and it would have been perfect. I do like those topper shades. I think that they're stunning and they do what I want them to do. It does take a little bit of work, but the payoff and the look that it gives makes that worth it to me, and I'm so excited to have this palette. So the person who gave it to me, thank you very much if you're watching this. I used the BH Naughty palette for an upcoming collab, and I love this palette. I've used it a crap ton. Hopefully you can see those dents. I love this palette. It's very versatile. It's very pretty. I really do love it. Yeah, it's a stunning palette. I use this in the collab with Sun Is, and it's the Nikki Tutorials palette. I love this palette a lot, and I actually hit pan on it in that collab in that red on accident. Like, I mean, it was all natural. I love that red. It is one of my favorite reds, which is why I grabbed this for that collab, because I wanted a red that I knew about and trusted, and that gave me the look I was going for. So I reached for it and I hit pan on it and wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I really do love this palette. I have pan in this Ivy shade, and I'm pretty close to pan in a couple other shades. So the shimmers are kind of going a little bit off. I've actually considered buying this palette again because Beauty Bay has it on sale and my shimmers are going off a little bit. Because I really do love this palette and it makes me happy, and I do find myself reaching for it a lot. So the last 2 palettes that I used for this month, that is the Blend Bunny Surge palette. It looks like this. I only used it for this bright yellow shade. I did not film the look. I was in a hurry. I had 20 minutes to get my makeup on. Yeah, and so I just threw on a blue liner wing And I added this in the pop and throw on some mascara, quick ass base, and that was my look. And it worked. I mean, that's what I really like about neons, is just for a quick pop. And so it did what I wanted it to do, and I've used this palette multiple times, and I like it. I like the formula if in the layout, and that's why I really like the Be Perfect, because it kind of gives me the same feelings that the blends do. The other palette that I used was the Blend Bunny Primal, and I got this from Andy Does Stuff, and I love this palette. I think I like it a little bit more than the Surge, to be honest, although I really like the Surge too. It's hard to pick which one, but I think I like the Primal more. I don't know, you guys. I really like the blue and purple row in this, and yeah, I don't know. So I used this, and I did a purple pinky red look with it. That has not yet posted, but it will. And yeah, I love it. It's pretty, it's stunning, and it's one of my favorites, which is why I think that I really want that Be Perfect palette. I'm finding myself reaching for palettes like this and the Be Perfects more and more. I used 15 palettes this month. That's not bad, but when I think about how many palettes I do have, if I'm only using 15 a month, I can't even go through all my palettes a month. So I am curious. I've never kept track of what I've used in a month. I am curious how many palettes I'll use next month and how that'll go. And I think this is going to be fun. If you guys like this series, please let me know down below. I'm excited to try and see and keep track of what palettes I'm feeling like for the month. What I'm not excited about is putting these away. Yeah, putting them away is going to take some time. But yeah, I am super excited to do this series and chat about the palettes I've used. I know that most of them are not new. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. I'm not bringing in a lot of new releases, and that's just me. I would love to, but I don't have that kind of money, and I love the palettes that I currently have. So yeah, I didn't rank these or anything like that. So if you have any tips or wants with the way that I do these videos, let me know. If you want me to talk about my favorite shades or my least favorite shades, or if you want me to rank them, or whatever. If you have any ideas of how this video could be more interesting for you, let me know down below, and I will try to incorporate that in my next one. And I hope to see you guys next time. Please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, a comment down below. That is my favorite part. Bye. What time is it? What time is it? It's the time of the month. Wow, Ash, wow.